Well, it was over 20 years ago when Mas Will was taken to court. He was allegedly charged for stealing Mas Joe's goat sometime in June. Well, on the day of the case, a certain esteemed lawyer from Montserrat represented him. Sir, exactly when your goat was stolen? Well, it was towards the end of June. Sir, this house of law deals with figures and digits. Give the exact date. Well, it was the 31st of June. Sir, did you eat or drink any goat water at your daughter's wedding? Well, of course, I had 3 cups and more. Did you have the slightest inclination that the meat could have been stolen? Well, supposedly so, because everybody is now stealing goat. I am putting it to you that you drag this poor man in court. You have lied in this honorable house. There is no such date as the 31st of June. And on top of that, if you had the slightest inclination that the meat was stolen and you still enjoyed that goat water, the eater of the stolen meat is worse than the thiefer and the seller of that same meat. The magistrate bellowed from his bench, "Order in court. This case is dismissed on the grounds of confession, which is good for the soul." Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to compliment the Obutu, the esteemed Mr. Kenneth Allen QC OBE, Order of Excellence, for his contribution to politics, culture, and the legal fraternity. Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final individual to receive the Order of Excellence will be Mr. Kenneth Allen QC.
Kenneth Allen, QC, OBE. After schooling in Montserrat, the now Queen's Counsel, Kenneth Allen, traveled to England where he studied law. Returning home, he became one of the most prominent Montserratians of his generation. When one combines his outstanding legal career with his equally outstanding contribution to civil society, together with his accomplishments in music, he can be appropriately designated a Renaissance man. Qualifying as a lawyer, Mr. Allen was called to the Bar of England and Wales in January 1959 and to the Eastern Caribbean Bar in the same year. He proceeded to practice law in the areas of probate and estate administration, conveyancing, criminal law, corporate law, and general practice. Distinguishing himself as a lawyer, he gained silk in 1993. That is to say, he was appointed as one of Her Majesty's Council, learned in the law. Lawyer Allen, as he is popularly called, served as High Court Judge of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court in 1991, 1997, and 2001, and acted as a Justice of Appeal in 2010. Mr. Kenneth Allen was a prime architect of the Montserrat Bar Association and served as its president for a long time. The aim of the bar is, inter alia, to maintain and improve the standard of conduct and proficiency of the legal profession on the island. The QC participated for some time in the political life of the island. In 1978, he was appointed to serve as a nominated member of the Montserrat legislature, and that body benefited from his wisdom and advice for about a decade. He also acted as Speaker of Council occasionally. This lawyer's service was sought after to chair commissions, including the important Public Service Commission. Mr. Allen also served as a director of the board of the Bank of Montserrat and subsequently chairman. Evidently, he served the island faithfully outside of the parliamentary and legal arenas. In his book, The Fire Within, Personal Reflections on My Life and My Homeland, the late Professor J.A. Irish observed, Kenneth has demonstrated a level of patriotism, legal competence, and community awareness that is unmatched by Montserratian jurists of his time. His community awareness is evident in the number of social organizations in which he served. He was a founder member and president of the Junior Chamber of Commerce, JCs, established here in 1961 by Vincent Brown, Kenneth Castle, Cedric Osborne, and others to provide leadership for young men. For his work in the organization, Kenneth was granted the honorific title of JC Senator. Mr. Allen was also a founding member and trustee of the Montserrat Foundation, which was founded in 1972. This is a charitable organization that gives grants for scientific, religious, or educational purposes. It attracts money to the island from United States of America citizens who make donations to the foundation and obtain tax credits as a result. The island has benefited significantly from these grants. Lawyer Allen served as a trustee of the foundation up to 2020. Outside of civil society, Mr. Allen is known to be a philanthropist in his own right. Referred to as a man of the people, he is said to be a godfather to students, individuals, families, and non-profit organizations. He has been a benevolent citizen. It is perhaps not widely recognized today that Lawyer Allen is an accomplished musician, including songwriting. He has written calypsos for the great Alphonsus Arocastle, Gene Under the Bed, Hold On to Your Property, and The Long Journey are of his authorship. He sometimes makes trenchant social commentary in his songs. When government made a galvanized ginnery a hurricane shelter at the passing of Hurricane Cleo, he satirized the action in his hilarious song, Not Me in the Ginnery. In addition, there is his timeless patriotic song, O Montserrat, which many regard as a national song. It contains the haunting lines, I promise you that I'll never leave you, no matter whatever shall betide, until your shores become my Jordan and I'm called to the other side. When Lawyer Allen was awarded the OBE, it was supremely justified, having served the island with distinction for decades. Equally justified today is a national honor for this Montserratian good and great, who is worthy to be dubbed a legend.
I'd now like to invite Mr. Kenneth Allen, QC, OBE, for his award.
Thank you for your generosity. I must first of all congratulate all those who have been given awards on their success. It is difficult to say what I deserve to say to you in 3 minutes or 4 minutes, and I think that is the time that is limited to me. Instead, I thank you all collectively as Monstrachans. There are names which deserve special mention, but it will take all night, and I learned that I have 3 or 4 minutes. But forgive me if I mentioned one person especially. And in doing this, I am literally toasting to absent friends. But I must mention Mrs. Eudora Fergus. She's a great lady and a great friend. And I would like to send a message to her via her family that miracles still happen. I wish you all a pleasant evening and good night.